Danny, just talk a little bit about the recruiting process for you. Talked to a lot of schools, but ended up with South Carolina. What kind of made the decision for you to decide on the Gamecocks?
Okay, well, South Carolina, the recruiting process with them in particular started this winter, spring kind of, when Coach Holbrook saw me at a camp. And so we talked a little bit at the camp. He said he's heard of me before. And then about a month later, I think in March or February, March, I was able to go down to see a game and have a nice visit with them against Albany, I think it was. And I really liked the campus. I really liked the atmosphere. And obviously the coaches were really cool. They were laid back, and I really liked that about the school. So me and my parents went home and got to talk about it. And there were obviously other schools in that same time frame that wanted to talk to me. Miami, Florida, and I think Maryland, and a couple other schools were really interested at the time frame. So we talked about it, and we just kind of let it go because I had high school baseball season, and things kind of got busy. So we talked, and then I played my high school season, finished off, and then I started the summer. And then summer is when South Carolina really got to see me play. They really liked me again. Went down to South Carolina for a tournament, and they wanted me to come and talk to them more in the office, and that's where the offer came on the table. And it was a really good offer, and I really liked it. And obviously I had other offers from other schools, but I think that South Carolina was the best fit for me. It was obviously great atmosphere, great coaches, best facilities in the country. I think it's the best school in the country. So
Yeah, and you had just gotten done playing in that tournament in Carolina, and your mom and you had a chance to meet with the coaches. What was it kind of about the visit? Not necessarily just with them, but just being around that day that kind of sealed the deal for you.
The coaches, obviously, just the way that they showed their interest in me and how much they liked watching me play and their excitement about me, it kind of made me lean towards South Carolina even more. And then being around them, that place during baseball, when baseball is happening, it's different because everyone loves baseball there. People will come that don't even know anything about like my travel team or something. People come because just they love baseball. They love watching the recruits and everything play. So I think that had a big impact.
All right. And you played. Mentioned this summer in your summer team. You played on a team with a bunch of different South Carolina commitments. Well, what kind of role did they have? And does it feel pretty good knowing that you're going to go to a school with 4 guys you've already played with a lot and already know?
Yeah, that definitely had a big impact on the decision. Obviously, comfort is a big thing in making the decision, and you're definitely going to be comfortable somewhere where you're going to know guys going into it, and that definitely did have a big impact. And not only am I on the same team, we're pretty good friends, so that it was definitely a big impact on the decision.
Well, for people who haven't seen you play, I mean, tell us a little bit about your game. I mean, when schools like South Carolina, Miami, Florida, they're recruiting you, what do they see in you that they like?
Well, I think they like my speed. They really like. I think my speed, and not only am I fast, I'm not one of those guys who can just run and they're trying to maybe make into a better hitter or something. I feel like I can hit, I can field, I can throw, but I think my speed really sets me apart from maybe someone else that they're looking at or something, because I can turn maybe a ground ball in the hole for a shortstop into an infield base hit or something like that. So I definitely feel like my speed has a big impact in the recruiting process for a coach when he's looking at me. And then hitting wise, I really like to hit gap to gap. Not trying to yank it too much or not trying to hit bombs all the time. Just nice line drives in the gaps, but I occasionally will hit home runs. And I do show power here and there, but I just, like I said, like to hit gap to gap. And then fielding wise, I work really hard. Fielding wise, just trying to get jumps on the ball, and just throwing, getting the ball, getting it in, throwing. I worked a lot, did a throwing program with my arm 2 years back, and really helped strengthen my arm. Velocity went way up. So I think those are my big
And
factors.
you've been playing really well this summer. Won the MVP of the U16 national championship. I mean, has there been an area of your game or a couple of areas where you've really improved? Anything that you're particularly proud of with the way you're playing right now?
I think nothing in particular, but I think the biggest thing is consistency. Obviously, everyone can play at this level, and they have really big, a lot of talent. But I think being consistent is really important, and that's what I think shown this summer. The first week, we all started off a little. We didn't know each other and all that, but then up from there, I really showed consistency, and I think that's what the biggest thing that I worked on this off season was just hitting wise, is staying down on the ball, driving it, and staying consistent with my swing, not changing too much, just nice, smooth, and easy and quick. So I think that was the most important part of my game this summer, is being consistent.
Just one more tournament left down in Fort Myers, a pretty big one. Anything in particular you're working on, trying to accomplish, or are you pretty happy with where you are right now?
Yeah, I'm happy, but you can always improve. I'd like to go down there. I think I batted 400 in East Cobb, maybe a little above it, but I'd like to go down there, hit 500 and do really well down there personally. But as a team, I'd really like to win it. Obviously, we won East Cobb, but it's a big tournament. But I think we can win it and come out on top, and hopefully get ourselves one of the top rankings in the country. But personally, I just like to go down there, just hit the ball, continue to hit well, and show my defense out in the field, and I think we can win it.
And you're going a ways from home to go to school. You comfortable with that? You feel like you're gonna be a good fit down in South Carolina?
Yeah, definitely. I've always been kind of the southern type kid. I've always wanted to go down south. I've kind of had that southern mentality, like the warm weather. I think my grandfather was from down south, and I think I'm going to fit in well there. My area that I live in is kind of reminds me of it down there. It's kind of a lot of farms and stuff like that. And then there's a city, but I think I'll fit in well down there.